Right now, many of the developers are installing an open source AI plugin called Ponytails. It claims to make the tools like Claude Code, Cursor, and Copilot think like laziest senior developer in the room. Instead of writing dozens of lines of over-engineered boilerplate, it forces the AI to climb a ladder decision. Question if the future even needs to exist. Use the standard library, use native HTML elements, and write the absolute minimum code that works. The benchmarks looks unbelievable. Proponents claim that it delivers up to 94% of the less code, drops API token cost by 40%, and output results up to 6 times faster. It sounds like a dream. But when you look at what this actually outputs when building a feature from scratch, you realize it's playing a dangerous trick on you. Let's look at the actual code when you ask the two modes to build a simple endpoint to update a user email. So you can see in my screen on the left side, I have initiated this ponytail skill, and on the right side, I have turned off this ponytail skill, and I have given the similar question to both the modes. So let's see what was the output. This was generated by this both the modes, and let's go through the code. So here you can see both the outputs, and look at the line 21 for the ponytail code. Like, to keep the things minimal and to avoid creating a proper database configuration layer or migration files, it injects a raw create table if not exist statement directly inside the HTTP request loop. It is literally executing a structural database DDL check every single time a user hits that endpoint. In a production environment under real load, hitting your database with table existence queries on every incoming packet is a complete performance disaster. And now look at the normal mode, how it handled on the right side. So normal mode didn't try to hack a database setup into the middle of the request. So it keeps the persistent layer simple for a demo by using in-memory dictionary on line 8 and keeping the actual request completely clean in infrastructure setup. So, but it gets worse. Look at what Ponytail deleted. So to keep the file length down, Ponytail completely stripped out the regex email formatting checks. It's whatever take the raw string the user provides and blindly pipes into your database text field. Meanwhile, on the normal mode, it explicitly writes the dedicated isValid email regex helper on the line 13, and it runs on the line 27. Normal mode stop bad strings before they ever touch your state. By trying to be lazy, Ponytail threw a data integrity and a basic security right out the window just to win a file length metric. So how on earth are the benchmarks showing a 94% of reduction in the code size while claiming Ponytail is a completely revolutionary way to prompt? This is where the critique from technical leaders like Colin comes in, exposing how the AI benchmark numbers are heavily manipulated. In standard single shot prompts, a normal AI model leaves to over explain. It packs its response with a multiple structure options, design notes, and long markdown essays. Ponytail benchmark counts all of that extra text as part of the baseline lines of code. So it's benchmarking conversational fluff, not the software quality. To prove it, look at the third code snippet on the right window. So this was generated by completely stock AI model with absolutely zero prompt extensions or repository overhead. So I just use a simple raw 7-word constraint, follow Agni principles, and one-liner solutions. Look at the result. By just using 7 words, the model completely skipped the conversational essays. It kept the memory dictionary simple for a demo, just like normal mode. But it completely crushed Ponytail line count. Inside the function, it handles the validation and update cleanly without breaking your code with raw database setup loops. You don't need a viral 73,000 framework just to tell an LLM to stop typing the essays. So you just need to know how to ask. And this brings us to the ultimate illusion of the minimal lines of code metric. Let's look at the actual math on the screen. So if you strip away the conversational fluff and just count the lines of the logic inside the actual endpoint function, Ponytail is only 3 lines shorter than the normal mode. Only 3 lines. How did it save those 3 lines? So it didn't find something magical like an elite senior developer shortcut. It literally just deleted the 5 lines of regex validation that normal mode included to keep your input safe. It rated the data integrity of a lower score. When you force an AI to optimize blindly for the shortest file, it doesn't make your code smarter. It just makes your application more vulnerable. So why are thousands of developers staring at this repository if it cuts corners and isolated files? Because look at this breakdown on my screen. There is a massive difference between the generating code in an empty brand new project and writing code in an existing project. If you follow the left branch right here, when you ask an ultra minimalist AI agent to build an app from a completely blank file, it falls right into a trap. Its only objective is to write the shortest code wins. So it cuts the corners to keep the file short, giving you the security concerns we just walked through. But look at what happens when we switch over to the right branch. If you drop a tool like Ponytail into a massive pre-existing production code base, its behavior completely flips. Because its decision loop forces it to set the existing context first, it won't try to invent the sloppy custom connections or like delete the security features. Instead, it scans the actual repository, grabs you the existing authentication checks, makes your existing database session pools, and strictly reuses them. So on the side of the chat, it completely stops being a liability and actually becoming the efficient senior dev, stripping away the conversational AI fluff and writing the tight code that integrates perfectly into your architecture. And the lesson? Don't use minimalistic prompts to architect your applications from scratch. Use them to keep your existing well structured apps clean. Drop a comment down below with a simple S if you think this kind of deep skill analysis was actually valuable to you. It lets me know I should keep making the videos like this. And if you want to keep cutting through the hype cycles and understand how these new tools actually function under the hood, hit the subscribe button. Build your boundaries, audit your agents, and I will see you in the next one.